quality is the same. Okay. Right, here we go. Where's Sai? I'm surprised she's not watching this. She might be at work. She's offline. She's probably at work. Where's Movian, for that matter?
He was around earlier. We were doing some heists on GTA. But, I'm not sure where he's gone.
He does just disappear sometimes.
Yeah, he does that.
And sometimes when I find him, he's actually sharpening an axe.
Yeah, I remember the picture.
Oh, I have the video.
Oh, it was a video, yeah.
Alright, here we go. They're starting. That was a nice little intro they got there.
Hello everybody, and welcome to part 2 of the pre-beta Beyond live streams, the content reveals for all of the, the exciting content additions and tweaks and improvements that are coming in 25th
really loud.
to beta on
No, they're not.
25th of January.
That's right,
That's right,
Yeah.
next Thursday.
Woohoo!
All of this content that you're going to be seeing tonight, and all the content you saw on Tuesday, and all the content you're seeing on next Tuesday as well, will be in your hands if you are on PC. And then afterwards, for everybody else when it comes out, we'll have more details on that soon. But hey, I'm joined here tonight by Steve Kirby, Principal Designer on
Hi
Digm
guys,
Nitris.
how you doing?
Thank you so much for joining. How are you?
Yeah, well, I'm really good. Yeah, really excited to finally be able to show some stuff off that we can kind of go, oh, look, we've been working on this. It's really cool. And yeah, it was great to see the guys doing the chapter 1. Part 1 live stream.
It
was really cool.
It was absolutely awesome.
it's all good.
It is very, very exciting to finally be able to do some streams where we're showing off stuff from.
I want their little green screen setup where they look like they're in the cockpit of a ship.
Beyond, it was very, very exciting. But now we're able to
can
finally
actually show you the stuff.
show that stuff, and it's been really, really exciting. And tonight you're in for a little bit of a treat. So on Tuesday's stream, we showed off Changes to Crime and Punishment and Wing Missions. Go back onto our YouTube channel to see those after the stream, of course. Tonight we've got the Chieftain, we've got the Planetary Visual Improvements,
I'm gonna show the ship.
we've got trade
Excellent.
data improvements, the tech and a little treat for you at the end as well.
Is it just me or does Ed
On
look a little
Tuesday's
green?
stream, we have engineers, material trader, Galna Audio, and more. So there's a lot coming up. Please do notice that we're please take note that tonight's stream is going to be played in a live build, hot build. So as you know, if things do go wrong, please do bear with us because we are running a beta build. This is alpha build.
Alpha
in
build.
fact.
They're already setting us up for their inevitable failure.
Steve,
Yeah.
I think we should get going because we have a lot.
I think we should.
To cover
Yeah, we've
in
got a
this
lot
next
to cover,
hour.
and we need to. Yeah, sorry if we
need to
talk
focus
fairly quickly, but we've
I just want to throw this out there to anybody that watches Rooster Teeth. The guy on the left is the British version of Jack.
And we also have.
I don't really watch it.
I don't know. I've forgotten what I was saying. A summary of this will be going up in text on the forum. So if you do miss any of it because of our rapid motor mouths,
Rapid.
so thank you everyone for
Could you stop being so painfully British, Ed, please?
Time to speak to people in the chat
No,
today.
it's not
To be
possible.
honest,
I'm
we're gonna be
British.
showing-
Trust me.
I can see you all. I can see Darren's in the chat. Thank you, Darren. Welcome.
Hi,
Ghost of
everyone.
Gaming, Orange Spark. All the best.
It's one
all
of
the
the
best.
perks.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you
Where
very
else would you be?
Exactly.
On a cold Thursday evening.
But it's getting hot in here.
brisk,
It's
yes.
getting hot in here as
Right.
we talk about the first topic that we're going to be talking about
Yes.
today.
So first topic will be, I think, the planetary improvements.
Yay, planetary
So,
improvements.
As mentioned at Frontier Expo, the art guys have spent a lot of time overhauling the coloration of rocky high metal and metal planets.
Thank God.
So this is the first step towards some major planetary improvements which are coming at the end of the Beyond series.
I'm convinced they're working on atmospheric landings with this.
But, you know,
That would be nice.
shall we just show the video?
Let's show the video.
Show the video, guys.
So as you
Ooh.
can see, there's a lot more
shine.
variation in the coloration of the planets based on various things. So we have coloration ranges for rocky with no volcanism, low volcanism, and high. High metal again with various levels of volcanism. And
Vulcans?
with
This
various
isn't Star
levels
Trek.
of
Oh,
volcanism
we've
as
got
well.
Lumpy
So-
Worlds back.
you should be able to essentially take a
That's
a
lovely.
glance at a planet. Yeah, they're absolutely stunning.
Ooh.
And this is only a small selection. The colour ranges go at a much wider scale. than
They finally brought back
this.
lumpy planets.
The art guys, John Bottoni, the art director, and his team have done an amazing job on these. And
This is
as
all
I
in
said,
game, and we are going to show it off.
this
the
is
game
all
in
in
a minute
game.
as
Yes.
well.
It's all
God,
in
these
game.
look so much better.
And it's just the first step in the planetary improvement. So this isn't. We're not stopping. We're not going to say, oh, yep, we've recoloured them and that's it. There's massive improvements. So yes, question from Nigel.
The lighting looks
These
a
are
lot
the
better.
landable planets.
Yes.
These are all landable. So you can land and see the different different.
One thing I know they've been talking
on
about fixing
planets
is
when you go
the
down to
artificial brightening
So,
on the
yeah,
dark side of a
everyone's
planet,
gonna give a round of applause to
Yes, please.
to the art guys. I know we've kind of whistled through this.
which that would be
But
nice
there is some
if
stuff
this is
about
part of
the,
that.
Kind of
Yeah.
From a distance, you'll be able to tell.
Oh yeah, so from a distance, yeah, you can basically the contrast variation. I'm going to read this so I don't get it
yeah,
wrong.
it's okay.
Between body much improved. So coloration of the surfaces clearly telegraphs the chemical makeup and the volcanic activity of the planets as well. So you can get an indication of how volatile
From a distance.
From a distance. You can say, right, okay, this is definitely a rocky one because it's within this colour band and these things. So you'll be able to identify the makeup of the planets and the types of planets a lot easier from a lot further away. So yeah, it's an absolutely great improvement, and it does affect gameplay, which is a nice addition as well.
Yeah, that's
So-
what's wonderful.
So there's
Oh my God, it affects gameplay. Something you guys know nothing about.
To learn the kinds of things you work
That
on.
thing you guys don't ever do.
It's something like
very
this.
cool.
It'll be something like this. The volcanism will be of a high level, so therefore things I would expect to find with high volcanism on a planet are more likely to be there. You'll be able to say, okay, I know this is I can see this is a metal-rich planet just by visually looking at the planet. So therefore I can remember what kind of materials
We
would
can
be
remember.
found
No,
on there.
It does
no,
sound
because we
absolutely
don't know
fantastic.
until we go on EDDB. Damn it!
Right?
Lovely. The work that they've done
Fuck's
is
sake.
We've shown the video. So
I have a sneaking suspicion that their new trade tools might involve rolling EDDB like things just straight into the game.
So we currently have.
But
this
it
lovely
makes
planet
sense.
in front of us.
It just works.
So
Yeah.
using exactly the same new planetary improvement system. So yeah, if you just have a quick gander at look at the planet and have a look around. And Ed, what are you doing?
Ha ha! Show off. Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Dum, 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 dum. Sorry.
Oh, that's a
Here we go.
pretty ship.
Looking
It's the
planet.
star of the show today. In some ways,
Yes,
we have ourselves
the chieftain.
So there you go,
moving
ladies and
straight
gentlemen.
along.
First in-game look at the chieftain. Yes, it looks great. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Lakon has clearly been building this ship.
The thing is, one of these things is like some people in YouTube comments sometimes go,
Yeah, look at that cockpit.
"Oh, what are these
Yeah,
people
that's a
doing?"
Lakon cockpit.
Well, you should
Your
see
chat.
that
That's a
chat.
Type
See the
6,
chat
can you
now.
see it?
When you
Rattling
see
through.
people
Yeah.
go, hype, this is awesome.
Yes.
It gets us very excited, and we have a little giggle because we really care about what we've got
Let's
going on.
let's give
here.
it a bit of a twirl. Come on, let's show her
I'll
off.
try and be a little kind of slow with it.
Yeah.
Get lots of different angles. Don't worry, we'll get a good look at the chieftain here today and all of it.
Yep, there it is, Lakon.
Oh, it's glory.
Look
But
at
it is
the-
Yeah.
an amazingly cool looking ship.
Yeah.
I've been flying around in.
Could have guessed
in this
that, really.
particular one,
Didn't they say,
for
actually?
a couple of
Oh,
weeks
I
now.
don't remember.
I can verify it is really fun to fly. It's it's
Those engines better swivel.
It's nimble.
So I am.
That would be amazing. If they did, if they go all the way around, that would just be
The camera works.
the greatest.
Yeah.
Perfect at all times,
No,
but
shall I?
I'll
Well,
need to
you're
give
giving
you
it some
yeah,
pretty
why
pictures.
don't
Shall
you
I?
talk about it?
I'll do this sales pitch. So, yeah, the Alliance Chieftain is a new medium-sized
Medium.
ship.
Oh.
So
Aw.
this has been designed not only to dish out punishment, but also to be able to avoid it as well. It's manufactured by Lakon Spaceways.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot.
More
They play with
maneuverable than
Xbox
other ships of
controllers.
Similar size and weight, such as it fits roughly between the Federal gunships and the Python. So it's around those sorts of.
Being between Fed ships and the Python's not actually a bad niche.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, agreed.
So it has a combat profile with the weapons being very, very central. So some above, some below the cockpit, up top and bottom of the ship. So it's ideally using fixed weapons if you, I don't know if you can deploy your hard points from there, but there we go.
Oh my God!
You can see the hard points are fixed centrally on the main fuselage of the ship. So
That top one in the back is going to be useless.
Centers a lot of firepower in a very small space, and using fixed weapons on this thing is really
But
really good.
damn those weapon hatches.
I do apologise. We have some audio.
Hooray.
That's a large hard point right above the second one above the cockpit.
Ship also, as well as right. Let's go through the hard points. So it has 2 large hard points, 1 medium hard point, and 3 small hard points.
2 large, 1 medium, and 3 small. That's a lot of firepower for a
As well as
medium
that,
ship.
It boasts a range of internals, which we can go through in a bit. Also boasts 3 military internal slots. So, you know, it allows players to equip things like shield banks, hull reinforcements. And
I'm sorry, did he say 3 military internals?
So, yeah. So this is...
3? That's more than the Corvette.
We're
Yeah.
going through the price today because that is something we will be working on.
That doesn't seem right.
Until beta, so
No, it
yeah,
doesn't.
It is there.
Do you want to see the thrusters glow and stuff like that?
Yeah. Go on. I know you want to boost that thing.
We'll do it in a second. I want to do that first from the cockpit so
Fair
people
enough,
can have a
hear
listen
it.
to it.
Yeah, it is really cool.
Can you see underneath it, please, Ed? Yes. It's a strange request, but sure.
Yeah, so you've got the cargo hatch.
It's a nice looking ship.
All right, and then
Do you want to pop your landing gear, please?
Yeah.
I'll go for. We'll show that later.
We'll
when
show
we
that,
actually
show that
land.
actually when we're docked. Yeah, it'd
I
be
just
good
wanted
to do that.
have the sort of the thrusters at the back as well and showing how they're working.
Yes.
Oh, it has a set of thrusters right up in the hull.
Oh, yeah, what is the trouble?
This thing has... This ship better be fast for as many engines as they strap to it.
I will find that out and we'll put that in with the summary. When we get that.
We'll deploy the landing.
That is a lot of exhaust.
Right,
then.
we can do it now. We can do it now. We can do it now. So,
Oh.
It does angle, yeah, it does angle the
So the pods do turn on landing.
does angle the back
Okay.
engines when
that's
things
going to
come
cause some
down.
problems in terms of which way the thrusters are going. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But,
That doesn't seem like that would actually work.
okay, we're now inside.
Right then. Landing gear back up.
So let's turn the volume up for a second and let them listen to the sounds of the ship. Nice and slow acceleration for you.
Engines are made with Thargoid tech, confirmed.
Yeah, that does sound pretty cool.
Of course, confirm these three custom noises. The boost.
Oh, that boost.
Yeah, that was good.
And he's up to almost 380, and we have to assume that this is neither optimized nor engineered, knowing them.
Yeah. That slowed down damn quick. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was a very quick stop.
So currently that has a
20 light years.
range, I believe if you go to your
Is,
module,
is this A-rated or what?
that is with if you go down
5A. Yeah, it's mostly A-rated.
FSD. I'm looking for your-
Refresh your drive.
That's not bad, really.
First drive is a 5.
Nothing's engineered either.
But we'll check out that. I mean, it is primarily a combat ship.
That's
so
it. Remember
Yeah.
what the
It's also
purpose
got
of-
some shit on it that nobody would run, like your hatch breaker limpet,
Everything we're showing you
and
today is unengineered. We have not touched.
They don't weigh
engineering
much,
at all
though.
On this, we've just literally put some A grade things on, and equipped some things. So
Gonna face towards the stars to get some light in the.
yeah. Well, why don't you head to the nav
ship
beacon?
in a second. Well, yeah. Look, I'm going to show off. I'm going to try to. You can see that it's turning so on a dime here. Like
Yeah, it is. It is a very.
But I'm
maneuverable
going to
ship.
now have a look around in the cockpit so you can see the cockpit view.
Yeah.
I'm I'm a fan so far. I wish it was bigger. You know, I was hoping for the Alliance to get a heavy ship.
They have. It's the Type 10.
Right, so you've
A viable heavy.
sorry, we do need to push things on. We've got slots to cover during this stream, so I'm going to get going as fast as I can.
So we can do that.
So do keep in mind that I'm going to show it off sort of roughly in combat, just like so you can see its turning abilities. Obviously,
I swear those
that's coming in the future live stream. I'm going to learn how to be a combat expert. But,
those engines better fucking swivel as he's moving left and right and rolling and stuff. God damn if it doesn't.
Yeah, they've just missed a trick if it hasn't.
Things are tweakable, and we will be balancing as we move through the beta period. So don't take it as gospel that these are the exact figures. I just want to make sure that we spell that out so that let's go there. Go on, hit the boost.
I'm in the Super Cruise.
Oh, you're in Super Cruise. I just like seeing the boost from the back.
Yes. Oh, I should have done that. I'll do it later.
See all the sparks.
Oh yeah, come in and see it.
Flare up. It's really cool.
Alright, so it's quite far away. Is that? Are we able to maybe do we pull a little dev trick for a?
Quite far away. It's 285 light seconds.
Are you kidding?
Do you guys play your own game?
About some more stuff.
Jesus fucks.
Some more stuff about the chieftain. Well, obviously it's an aligned ship.
Look how quick that's going down.
It's the
Quite far away.
If they don't throttle back, they're also going to be doing the loop of shame.
Oh, I hope they do. But don't you think that'd be great? That just proves it then, doesn't it?
Things like the Federation gunships, things like that. There is no rank lock on these aligned ships. So, I mean, the chieftain will be available on day.
A couple of seconds and we'll find out whether they're going to do it.
Yeah, go out and buy it. So, there's no details at the moment of.
They're going to overshoot.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh no! They caught it. They caught it.
It's going to be available
Oh, there was probably like somebody on the dev team that does play the game was like, throttle back, throttle back.
Guys!
Stop looking like noobs.
We will be taking.
Sorry, I'm just looking at some of the.
Okay.
I like his shirt, Discovery Scanner.
The outfitting soon, so you're going to be able to see all those kind of things.
Yeah.
That's actually an interesting live stream series they do.
Yes.
Just well aware of time. Well aware of time.
Well, this is it. We don't have an awful.
Because they talk about the tech that actually runs the Galaxy simulation.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show it off in action a little bit more. I mean, we're going to get to see a bit more of it later. Yeah. We're going to be playing the rest of the stream.
In the chieftain, yeah, we're flying this tonight, so. Yeah, I mean, I found it to be a fairly well-equipped
We won't
ship.
be going down on the planet.
No.
You can definitely tell it's a Lakon ship because there's pylons in all the wrong places.
This evening, I'm sorry.
Say again?
Sorry.
You can tell it's a Lakon ship because the cockpit has pylons in all the wrong places.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Falcon DeLacy's known for that as well. Have you seen the Python?
Yes. Oh my god.
Damn.
So, yeah.
Zorgon too. The FDL has one of my most hated cockpits in the game.
Don't be naughty like you were.
I haven't flown that
We've
one.
just got it all on one here. Is that's correct?
You can. There are multiple fire groups set up.
Oh god.
Because we've got some stuff to show.
It's painful looking at the Xbox controller.
It really is.
See if you can find a wanted.
This thing turns.
Yeah, I mean, it really does turn. I think it really does maneuver.
Okay, it's a federal agent. He's definitely not going to be wanted.
Means that we can, we can give it a flight level.
Ships, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it is a really nimble.
The turn rate on this ship looks
It is
disgusting.
more nimble than things like the gunship, federal gunship, and federal dropships.
It does, but I mean,
So that
it's not. So far, it's not amazing. I mean, you can get ridiculous turn rates because of boost.
Yeah, a lot quicker. So
Yeah.
And you can get perma boost because of engineers on pretty much every ship. And well, when you boost, you get insane turn rates.
What I want to know is, will it outturn a vulture?
I'm just going to shoot anybody at this planet.
There's plenty that can outturn a vulture.
Well,
Yeah, I don't want to.
you don't
Diamondback.
want ATRs coming after you.
Nope, not wanted.
As we saw the other day.
Can it outturn a Type 10?
No, nothing can.
Nothing can outturn the Type 10.
Nothing. It's just impossible.
Now, if it would actually outturn an Eagle under boost, I would be impressed.
Sorry, Jay.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
We can wipe my thing anyway using.
Yeah, fair enough. We can clean your legal status up, so that'll be alright.
Oh, also thermal overload anyway.
And that's why nobody uses missiles, because everybody has chaff and point defense.
So if we just take some of these off.
Not many people take point defense, actually. It's just that missiles are such low ammo, it's just not efficient at all.
No, torpedoes also worthless.
Are you outfitting this ship?
Yep, because you don't have that much max ammo, and they cost so damn much anyway.
You can see how. Also, did you put gimbals on?
No, you're fixed.
Thanks, mate.
Well,
you know how I like gimbals.
You've got to learn
Oh, you fucking noobs.
You can see the central firing.
You know how I like gimbals? Gimbals are for noobs, come on.
You got to see it, you saw the central firing.
I mean, yeah, they have their places on the big, heavier ships, but on a ship that apparently is supposed to be all about turning,
yeah,
you should be absolutely fine.
And centers all of its fire in one place.
That when you're playing on
I mean,
a live stream, it's
I use gimbals and turrets on my Anaconda because, let's be honest, by the time I turn and line up on anything, it's going to have already gotten out of the way, so...
I think there's a place called Solar.
It depends.
Oh, right, I know there's a place called
If you've got a combat fit Anaconda with A-grade thrusters engineered, you'd be surprised that thing can turn.
Want to get yourself docked in there, and we'll go.
You know, Anacondas are also made of magic because nothing else that's that heavy can jump that far.
Yeah, and also we can hold a similar amount of storage to the Type 9, and yet the Type 9 is 3 times as wide, or whatever.
Yeah, and it takes an incredible amount of effort to beat an Anaconda to death.
I should have checked.
Yep.
Can you do the
Other than the Type 10, it's got the highest armor, I think.
Yeah, I think they really screwed up balancing the other two of the big three against the Anaconda. Because it's supposed to be a multi-role ship, but it's the freaking hardest one to kill.
And easiest one to get. No rank grind.
So yeah, so that.
Thank God.
I know, right?
Have a look at the slots, internal slots, and
hold on.
of this, then we can do it.
So we'll be in the right place to move on to our next segment. Oh, we're trying to get through things here fast today.
How are we? We're 20 minutes.
We're all right.
We're
this is
right.
round about where we thought we would be.
Yeah, we're looking good. Yeah, so it definitely needs practice.
Movie and ducks.
Prices to be announced. So again, some of the numbers like the jump range and some various things may change, may be tweaked as we put the ship through beta. Yeah.
I have a really hard time looking at the standard HUD colors now too.
I still think it's a fantastic ship.
I've had to use them because the green I liked just had too many issues.
The blue to me is just so much more soothing on the eyes.
I think it's a lovely ship, yeah.
I won't argue that.
But inside and out. Like you, Steve.
Are you noticing that when they're in Super Cruise, this ship apparently does not need any thrust?
So as we're coming in, reminded that this is part 2 of...
like, every time they show the outside of the ship in Super Cruise, none of the thrusters are firing.
Yeah, they don't in Super Cruise.
Even the Anaconda has some engine glow. Like, everything has a little bit of engine glow to make them look like they're on.
Like, there's a lot in this.
Well,
these are just off.
What we wanted to do.
I'm glad.
So, and we, as I said, yeah, we've been saying since Frontier Expo, we got the opportunity, and it was like, right, let's do this. Let's go, absolutely go for it. And so far the team has.
Is that a controller thing? Like you just look around like a madman all the time?
I think nailed this update. So yeah. A lot of very.
Bennis, I'm so glad you bought a Cobra Mark III and not a Mark IV.
Yeah, big thank you to the team.
Let's have a listen to the sounds of the ship as we come in. Because
those engines, man. Thargoid tech confirmed.
Yes,
They do sound insane.
So Nick, Markham, there will be a summary after the live stream.
I think the only people in FDev that have never screwed anything up is the sound design team.
Through things very quickly. So
those guys alone deserve a fucking medal because, oh man. The soundscape is amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's all you can afford. Bennis, you may be flying literally my favorite ship in the game and one of the best ships in the game. The Cobra Mark III is just space Jesus.
Alright, yeah, mix.
Steve, I understand what people think of my skills.
I didn't call it a space pancake.
Oh, I've seen you land.
It can do everything, though.
Doubt my landing skills, Steve.
Yeah, there are better ships, but for its price
Yeah.
and how early you can get it,
Well,
I still have one. I still fly it.
So,
Granted, I outfitted it with the ugliest ship kit I could get and painted it the ugliest color I could find.
oh yes.
What, on purpose?
Yeah.
We can do it in outfitting.
Why would you do that?
It's kind of that old, like,
we shall have a quick look at the
1950s hot rod thing.
at the modules, the internal slots.
Evening, everybody. Hi.
So
I hang on to most of my ships. I have a Sidewinder named Redshirt.
Oh god.
Perfect.
The exact measurement, but it's a medium ship, so it's along the same lines as I said, the
All right, let's see the outfitting for this thing.
and, the Python. So it's a bit small, a bit shorter than the Python, a bit wider. So yeah, it's about that sort of that sort of size. So it'll fit on
25 megawatt power plant.
You can take it various places. So yeah,
Boost speed 383.
It's not too bad for medium.
what do you want to just quickly? If
Well,
you
what's
want to
yeah?
finish
What's
off,
the?
so as we
267. Integrity is 504.
Two size 3 large hard points, one medium hard point underneath, and then 3 smalls to the on the
utilities,
upper
yeah.
side.
They may have the least optimal weapon setup possible on this
with
ship.
4 utility mounts.
They don't play the game, you realise.
Yeah.
Oh, a
So, as
6A.
we start off,
Ooh.
size 6,
Class 5
size
FSC?
6 power
A
plants,
thrusters
size
as
6
well,
size
and
5
power
range,
distribution.
size
Okay, that's
5
pretty
range of
decent.
5,
I could have some fun with this ship.
size 5 life support.
Those are some
Size
good.
6
I mean,
power
why the
distributor,
5D? I don't.
size
Why
4
not 4D?
sensors,
Fuck's
size
sake.
4 tank.
Whatever.
So looking at
For
the
this life
internals,
support, whatever.
They weren't lying. It has 3 military compartments.
we've got 2 size
Jesus.
5s, 1 size 4, 2 size 2s,
What?
and then we have the 3 size 4 military slots. So these are custom slots that can fit shield boosters, hull reinforcements, and module reinforcements in.
What is this thing?
Yep. we need to
What
move
the
on.
Oh, we
fuck?
need to move on.
There's no other
So-
combat
so,
ship
yeah,
that
so
even
very
has
well
close to that. I
Okay,
think it's
so
only
we'll move
2.
on. So
No,
yeah,
no, it's all good.
that is the chieftain.
Yes, round of applause. Everybody who's worked on the chieftain, because that's absolutely
that
awesome
is
stuff.
brilliant.
I am going to show off the landing gear as it's landed, because it does look very nice. But I'll return to the surface for that.
Yeah. So
What is recon limpet? Somebody says.
well,
Oh, I don't
maybe
know.
we'll tell you a bit later.
I'm very confused by this ship now.
Failed to fly the ship whilst people watch. That's what's going to happen. All right. And yeah, so you can see it landed down here with its cool landing gear. Looks like a little frog, but I like it. It's cute.
Yeah. So yeah, the rear nacelles.
It looks like a frickin' Walker tank from Destiny.
As well as the engine. So yeah, it's
It does a little bit, doesn't it?
I think it's a very cool ship, and
Yep.
I'm very excited to fly it.
right. Do you want us to look at some other
But
cool
you're
stuff?
you're right though.
Some other
It's
cool
like
stuff, Steve.
so-
it's like they took a keel back and strapped wings to
what
it.
we're going to look at next.
Okay, so you've seen the very cool ship, but there is a new service in town.
A new service in town.
So if you go to your contacts page, and at the bottom of this we
Oh.
have the tech broker. So I can quickly rattle off what a tech broker is, as there's been some debate on the forums as to what it actually is. So tech brokers are dealers in new and rare technologies and items. So these contacts appear in various stations around known human space, can generally be found in highly populated systems with a relatively high security level. And you visit the tech brokers to see what items they currently have available.
Let's see.
And you can complete set requests to unlock these as part of a personal narrative. So where before we've been doing unlocking things via CGs and things like that, now you guys will be able to unlock technologies and various things for your ships individually. So
No,
you'll be able to,
no.
to go through and say,
What are
right,
It's
you-
more
as you can see
engineers.
here, there is a list of new modules, new tech.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
Which you can go in and say you want the fixed shot cannon. You can go find all the materials and items.
This is-
materials,
Look at the
commodities and various
look at the
things
required
that
resource.
the
Are you
tech broker
fucking
wants
shitting
to,
me?
receive before unlocking
That's
the item.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Once you've done
30
that, you can
tungsten.
come back.
You know, you
go to
use
any-
those for
it
grade
doesn't have to be
5.
The same one.
Oh, what's it?
You can select the item you want to unlock.
Oh, man.
Isn't that for
depending on
multi
the
cannons?
Materials and commodities.
I think it might be.
They'll unlock the item.
Overcharge.
And then it'll be
Yeah.
outfitting for you to buy from then on.
Jesus.
Okay.
It better
So
be a fucking
You'll
amazing
be
weapon,
able
I tell you.
to, yeah, essentially customize what kind of items
Corrosion
you want.
resistant
So
cargo.
going along.
Can't you
know,
just get them
what we call
already?
Your
Yep.
personal narrative. So it's personal progression. It's not
You do have to deal with
it's almost
Rumtar or the other Thargoid focused engineer, though, which is the last ones to unlock.
That's for Palin, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's fine. You get them anyway for the dirty drive G5. Won't release for the Shet launcher. Flak guys, we got that already.
The enzyme missile racks, for instance, that are
That's the
labelled
AX
there,
missiles, surely.
And
so you can see that there's obviously rewards.
Oh my god.
for turning
One of
up.
those has...
You get the rewards.
Flip by it again.
36
36 Thargoid circuitry?
There's a lot more
there are a
coming.
lot more coming.
Did you see the bottom there? Meta alloy hull or something?
Yeah.
But we will also be able to. I mean, we can add things into.
Go on, keep going. Go down. Go down. One more.
Things over time.
28 meta alloys.
Yay! So yeah, this is essentially a way of giving players their personal progression. Sure. Yeah.
I swear,
us being
these
able
guys
to
don't play their
actually
game.
giving game rewards.
Yeah.
For players playing the game and taking on certain.
No, they.
And
Oh
also
my
you get to look
god.
through and go, well, I don't care about
Well,
that.
Well, yeah.
time to camp at some barnacles, log out, log back in again, repeatedly.
Sorry, these are, it's a bit
Yeah.
spoilery in this page.
I guess I'll go buy a Type.
Yeah.
Go buy a
So, yeah,
Type
these
7
are
and
some
outfit it for mining.
The new weapons and modules that will be available, but
So-
there is a bigger list than is here. And
They're actually just transport all the mining gear from my Conda.
well, if you go
Can
to,
keep on firing almost
yeah,
fast as the
and you
trigger
can
can be
see
cold, firing
essentially, it will give you a
moving
rundown
energy
of,
projectiles that
selecting
can
an
do high
object, whether
damage,
you
excessive
about to
shots
look at it,
land.
it will give you a description of
Built-in
what that object is.
auto-loading action, it will slowly
It will-
reload
so
over
if you
time.
return, go to return.
This is really cool.
That's actually not a terrible gun, but it's not worth that cost.
So you can see, you can actually work out, read and find out what it is.
I'm going to
And know what it is.
I mean,
and
look, people are gonna screenshot this anyway, so
Yeah.
may as well just see
that's
it
fair
now.
enough. But you've
Very cool, tech broker.
Yeah.
So let's
So
unlock it.
essentially, yeah, if you unlock that item, so
There it is.
boom, you have unlocked it,
And it says
and
go
there is
straight into-
there is a direct link to outfitting, so that you can go. You don't have to go back out into station services. You can go
Okay.
straight to outfitting, and you
And
can
it's going to be
do that.
disappointing, but we're not going to show that off today because we're going to leave some things for you to find in the beta for yourselves.
Jerks.
because, hey, that's fun.
Assholes.
So, yeah.
we don't want to spoil everything.
No,
so
but one thing to make sure it is the tech broker unlocks the item for you, and then you still have to buy it at outfitting, so it will still
Right.
cost you some credit.
Of
It's
course.
just you have unlocked.
Of
the
course, yeah.
Ability to buy
Cool.
it.
And we'll worry about
Yeah,
those later.
yeah. So
Alright, well,
that
very
is
cool.
that is
That's
a
the
very
tech
quick
broker.
look at the tech broker. So yeah, a way of getting your own personal rewards for playing the game. So thank you very much. Right,
Thank you, Steve.
that's
and thank
right.
you everybody who's worked on that.
Yeah,
What's
yes.
next? What do we do? What are
Thank
we
you
doing
very
next, Steve?
Okay, now it's the big one.
Oh,
This
now
is
it's the big one.
this is where it gets complicated.
Roll up, everyone get comfortable.
Yeah.
Everyone got a nice cup of tea
Yeah.
because this is the big one.
Sit comfortably.
He has a
and,
Fuel Rats
I will
coffee
try
mug.
and be as concise as I can. So we're going to have a look at the trade data.
You better fucking be a rat.
Excellent stuff.
So, obviously, trading is at the heart of Elite. It's it is a cornerstone of the game, and we wanted to make sure that you guys can essentially find the best profits as easily as possible. And
We
that's
can.
always
We
been
use
our
EDB. Fuck you.
Yeah, right.
currently stands. So we took, like most things, we took a look at it. We said, what can we need to? What do we actually want the players to be able to do? And the answer is find profitable trades as easily as they can in game. So if we go into the commodities map,
So, we bought EDDB.io.
we can
Yeah.
quickly go into that. Okay, so commodity screen, we know it, we love it. So
Do we?
everyone's fairly familiar.
I do not love it.
So we've made some slight improvements to this screen in general. So I'll just quickly go through those.
Don't look like it.
So the eagle-eyed will probably see that the demand and supply icon has changed from a word to an icon. So instead of saying low, medium, and high, we've changed that to pips, just to give us a bit of more real estate and to make it a bit more graphically clear.
And there's your overhaul. Thanks for coming, everybody.
National audience. So,
Yeah, that's the big
what
one,
it
huh?
means is,
Fuck.
High demand and high supply will be 3 pips. We can see domestic appliances are 2 pips. That'll be medium demand, and 1 pip will be low demand or low supply. We've also cleaned up the,
Which is still kind of useless information, really.
Cleaned up
Yeah.
the right-hand panel. So that we
Notice
can
that
get
this
some
ship
more
is rocking
information
32 tons of cargo space, and they're still in the Chieftain.
So the big change.
Oh, it has class
and this is
5s
where it
internals.
gets fun.
Couple of them I
when
saw.
you, by default,
Alright, so not bad.
sorry, yeah, are we good?
Come on,
not
guys,
too bad.
get your stuff together.
I don't think
They
have.
don't know how to play their game.
I've seen them before,
maybe they
Steve,
have.
so
Maybe they have, but we'll go.
we'll just move on.
Anyway,
You call
we'll
it
move
bars,
on.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll move them on. So, by default, the galactic average price column shows the.
That's
galactic
great,
average.
but it's not
And
that useful,
before,
really.
When you selected it, it would give you a list of a big long list of the places you visited, and you could see what it was selling for there.
Yeah.
So we've changed this a little bit. So if you go to galactic average price,
So I'm clicking
and hit the button.
Oh, it's the wrong mouse. You can show with the mouse which button you mean. That one.
So
there.
this one.
Oh, they
here.
do have a mouse like that.
So I'm going to click that.
They do.
Shall I drive?
You can drive for the time being. Yeah,
Okay.
just show
So at the moment, this shows galactic average, but we can change that to shown by market, and we can obviously look at the markets for various other places. So
Okay, that's good.
one thing to I'll just make sure I'm getting my notes right on this. So we can search obviously by try and type in the name. So if we hit S, we can search for places that I've visited.
Which is apparently not many.
This is all one thing to note. This is all based on places you have visited, places you have docked at.
That's got to be a
places you
dev
have scanned
count,
in,
doesn't it? Or is it?
nav beacon at. So
Yeah.
it's a personal journey of things. So, and that I believe is going to be backdated so that if you've already obviously people have been playing the game for years, and if they've already built up some trade data, so that will be able to be
Fucking hope so.
into the game. But we can select a system. So
And remember that we're
and
in
this is
beta
a-
as well. This
yeah,
will be
just-
quicker than it.
this
than
will
it's
be
running
quicker,
now.
but we do a web request.
A web
A
request.
web
There
request.
it is.
So again, so from here, we can search through all the space stations
That are in Sol.
that are in Sol.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a fair few of them.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah.
So and we can search for at the moment show import profit and export profit. So import profit is obviously profit you make selling to that market. Export profit is selling things from that market, and we can hit OK. So this may not be the best example.
It might be
Could
the
you
worst
guys have
one.
picked a
Might be
system
the
that
worst
wasn't on
example in
lockdown,
the
maybe?
rules, which it is. I'm very sorry.
Depends on whether has some stuff in it anyway.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's search for Erenin.
Yes, Iranin, one of the
you
trade
want
hubs
to-
of the game. Good idea.
It'll come up with data if I have been there. If I haven't been there, it will give me a message saying, "Sorry, you have not been there. Go there and scan all these things."
I used to go
let's
scan
see,
'em all?
Let's go to Azaban City, and let's select that. So
There you go.
Oh, look.
So we
Okay,
can say
that's
that-
actually useful.
this is
Yeah,
displaying.
that's not bad.
So this is the information as per usual for Solar Orbiter, and this is the import profit of this item at Azban City in Erenin. So now, that's pretty good, but that's the least of the things it can do.
Okay.
There's this lovely button here.
Yeah, that was literally the least of the things that this can do. So
Could you guys just do
this
something
is
with that
basically-
4 billion
we've added
credit
some
balance
more
already?
search functions. We can help with that, make things quicker. So if we hit the select on galaxy map.
By the way, just so people know completely in the chat who maybe are slightly new to the game, this is something completely new. This is not, we've not removed any other functionality. All
No,
the rest
no,
of
Yeah,
this
we
is-
got it,
this
move
is
on.
changed.
This is added functionality.
This is added functionality.
So
to meaning that you have to, you still have to explore around to find the trade data and actually explore the place to get the trade data.
Yes.
But then actually you'll be able to look back through a record. It
Yes, it just
make a
tracks.
lot of
It just
sense.
tracks what you're doing. So
Yeah.
previously,
Oh my god. Come on.
you had none of this functionality. So it just tracks.
Yeah.
So in the map view configurations, if you go to map, we've added a new search or a new configuration, which is called by commodity. So what this allows you to do is it allows you to pick a commodity type. So if we pick,
This was in here before, you idiots.
in fact, we've got chemical.
What are they showing off?
We've got chemical,
Sorting
we've
by
got-
commodity.
So we'll search for explosives.
Oh,
Sure.
I've
I've-
never ever
So what
bothered
this
doing
does
that.
is
Well,
within
for
I've done it for years. It's been in the game forever.
That was
foods.
textiles.
No, we had either consumer items or and clothes.
Oh yeah, clothes.
Clothes and
Consumer
consumer items.
Go on then, we'll go in consumer items.
I'm sure the chat's going apeshit about it.
Okay, so
There's a reason I don't have that chat pulled up.
this will apply a filter on the galaxy map, which will indicate by a green triangle places that export that, and by a blue diamond places that import that good. So
As opposed to the little colored lines that we used to have that were actually useful.
the actual icon will give you at a glance an idea of how high the price is, so you can really see. At a glance within. Oh, this is also something to do. So with the web request for the heat, we call this the heat map. This is a 40 light year radius, but you can search for systems as long as you've been there much further out.
Okay, so you could search all the way for Colonia, for example.
Yeah,
Don't
you
do
could.
it now, but
you could search all the way to Colonia. I've been to Colonia on this account, so it would show
On
you
that
the
account, no,
data
you just
from
teleported there. Bullshit. If you've flown it.
But the icons will only within a 40 light year radius.
Yeah, I know, right?
But so effectively, yes, you can see that the blue places will import it. The green places essentially will sell it.
One of my favourite things about this, Stephen, you're probably going to get onto this. I'm sorry to interrupt. The size of the size. If you zoom nice and close in, you can see that at a glance, the size of the cubes will be larger and smaller.
Yeah.
Depending on how much of an impact they will have.
Could you tell us what the other 9 icons that pull up when you mouse over those do?
The triangles and the diamonds can be smaller or larger depending on how big the actual export and import is.
Yeah, so I mean you can see the places I've been roughly on this account very quickly. So we're looking at there's a fair few decent places to do it. Okay, so that's part one, and we've also added some filters, so you can just search for import prices, you can just search for export prices, or you can have both, which will show both. Okay, so going a little deeper, if we were to say, hang on, so we're in Altair, so let's come down here. Okay, so we want to be able to say, let's have a look at where we can sell it. So as you highlight the different stars, another new thing is we've expanded the...
This guy may actually play the game. He knows how to work the galaxy map pretty well.
So this again will show, and you can click through these, this will show all of the settlements inside, all of the markets inside.
Oh, please say the name of that station, please.
It will show you the import or export.
No, go back to it and say its name.
That you want. So at a glance, literally...
Say my name, bitch!
You can very quickly see where the best trade is. So we can already see that LP336-6 has the highest import.
Look,
so that would be
everybody knows the best trade is to run 900 tons of bio-waste and explosives.
So you say you pick up you look, also you can look where the highest export is as well.
I can look where the highest export is. So yeah, I can, and some systems will have both import and export. So yeah, you can use this to work out where to trade, and where the cheapest place to buy is, and where the best place to sell is. Yeah.
Just show us what the filters do.
Very helpful. But finding the best price is only part of it. So obviously we want to find the best price, but we also want to make sure that we can actually get to the market, we can actually land there. So the Goo guys have given us some very nice little features. So filters, sorry, not features, filters. So we can filter for large landing pads or any landing pad available. We can hide or show planet bases, so we can see
61 Sydney there changing
because it has a planet base on it, and we can select ranges so that we can see, okay, we want to select things from a large, a small, or all ranges, so we can hit the filters for those.
Excellent.
Okay.
So
what else?
With all these filters, you can really get to grips with where you want to sell, where you want to do, and it's a lot easier to find those trades. So there was literally no system in game that did this before.
But there's better things out of game.
Really quickly about two people in the chat discussing EDDB, some of the third-party developers who we actually we work closely with.
Yes.
I don't think it actually makes them obsolete from a community perspective.
No, I think
it just means that you have an option to be able to do things in game if you want on your personal journey. As in, as you're going around landing places, you'll get that data.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop using EDDB.
Yeah, no, it is.
EDDB is a different type of thing. That's a thing where you can go and search for a quicker route. And if people still want to do that, we of course
Oh yeah, we support them, and we will continue to support third-party developers.
Absolutely.
You haven't got a choice.
It's not making obsolete.
If you don't, do you have any idea how many people you'll piss off?
Yeah.
They can.
New players and returning players.
Yep. So that is a very, very quick overview of this. Obviously, we'll let you guys test it. One thing to note, there is a very handy little button here, which, when you've selected your market, you can put that data straight into the commodities market by clicking that button. You'll get an icon above the system to let you know that's where you're comparing Altair's trade, Altair's
your
content,
current
location. Yeah, your current location with that system.
Yeah.
So that will now appear in the Galaxy.
I mean, as far as an in-game tool goes, it's not bad.
Nice little shortcut here.
It's
Sure,
just,
but I mean, this sort of it should have been there for a while.
Yeah.
Since the beginning, really.
Yeah,
you can
very
put
much
it
so.
directly to that market. So that is there. And if you were to obviously be looking out from Alliance, you're still plotting route to the system.
I'd like
So
them to
just
go
give
into the
that little
trending
bit of
trade
shortcut,
routes thing real quick.
when you're searching by commodity, so that you don't have to go into the system map and then find remember the name of the star pot and things
I think
like
it's absolutely incredible function.
It
I
is.
think it's changing up. It's going to make the game easier for me, certainly.
Yeah. I mean, it just adds an extra an extra level of what we can actually do with the trade.
Yeah, I think it's incredible. I'm really.
It's not
really
that incredible.
When you first showed it me this afternoon,
when we've been going through this, it's just like.
I mean, he's the community manager. His job title is, their job description is be excitable about everything.
But when you see it all,
It's not that incredible, mate.
So yeah, it's going to hopefully make trading a lot better using in-game tools. So one final
there you go.
change.
Data for the system's unavailable. That's actually important.
Oh, that is an important thing. So yes, where was that? So yeah, as we have said, so to get trade data on these things, you need to visit the systems, and you need to either have docked in that system or scan the nav beacon. You don't need to have completed a trade. You don't need to have sold anything or done anything like that. You just need to have visited the system, gone to the nav beacon or docked at a station, and you will get that system's trade data. Okay, so that leads me on to one final thing, is just below our little filters here, we have now also updated the trade routes and the visualization of those. So what we've put in now is calling them trending trade routes. So if we show those, so they'll look pretty much the same as they were, and you've got the same filters of being able to search through various types and various commodities, so you can filter it down. But the new things we have are these filters. So previously this tried to show a kind of average trade data throughout the galaxy. Right?
You guys have two menus that show the same thing.
We've kind of stripped it back out and
redundancy.
It is trending trade data for 24 hours.
Okay,
so, and you can filter this. So at the moment it's showing all trade going in and out of Altair, so that's very useful.
Wait, is it for only 24 hours?
Which didn't really show an awful lot.
I think so.
they didn't change.
EDB does it for fucking.
Didn't show an awful lot of change.
Actually, as far as an in-game tool goes, that's more useful than the other tool.
Trade.
Because you could just click at a glance, see what's a hot trade route, while there's still maybe some supply, and just hop on it.
Or you can show what other commanders are doing. Because this is a dev build, not an awful lot of people have actually been trading around this system. But
it's not worth trading, guys.
It will show where you guys have actually been trading and what you've been trading for the next 24 hours. Oh, for the previous 24 hours. So
for the next 24 hours, we've developed technology that looks into the future.
Previously,
the future.
You come to here and you purchase the trending trade data. So that will then, for 24 hours, keep this updated for you. So that is not the trade data that will appear in the economy, but you will be able to see what people are trending, what people are shipping backwards and forwards. So that could then inform you as well as to what is actually happening. So yeah, that is, in a nutshell, the the changes we've made to.
And that was the big one, huh?
Sorry, there's an awful lot, and there will be a summary. So yes.
I think the summary is basically what you said out loud, but without the visuals. Yes. But of course, you can watch this back in a bit to see it again. And also on the 25th for the PC players, you will be able to actually get your hands on it yourselves. No, I'm not nodding off. I was reading the chat. I do apologise.
Yes.
I'm really look over this direction like this and making sure I'm following what people are talking about.
The chat from there.
No, you were falling asleep.
So what have we talked about so far today?
So we've talked about planetary improvements.
Yes.
You have shown off the chieftain.
Yes.
And gone through that. We have given a very quick look at the tech broker.
Yes.
And that was the trade data.
Trade data, and well done, by the way. Can I just say that you did an excellent job at reading all that, because it's a lot of information to talk through in a short amount of time. But Steve, do we have something else that we want to be showing tonight?
We do. Go on. Let's have a little treat. So we've got 10-15 minutes left.
Where am I going?
Tell you what, if you head to the Freedom class survey vessel,
let's do
MLK 0115. We will show off some new megaship interaction gameplay.
Let's listen to the sound of the ship as we get there, as we go there.
Landing gear retracted.
Galnet audios for another day. So
we'll be covering Galnet audio on Tuesday.
I thought they were going to do Galnet audio today. Not that I really find that exciting. Hit the mailbox. Hit the mailbox.
Yeah, I never doubted you. Never doubted you for a second.
Shame. Would have been perfect, really, wouldn't it?
Oh, I would have died.
Put all of the budget into making the game. Don't get some good headphones. Right, ready.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, Steve, I'm a bit nervous about this, guys, because of course, remember, you know what it's like flying on a live stream. So what
flying when I haven't actually taken you through this yet.
Flying when I've never played the game before.
For me.
Yeah, this is good.
Okay.
So don't worry, I'm going to talk you through this. So
okay.
We'll get you into the instance, and then we'll see. Get you
flying under this beautiful looking Drake's Hollow, of course.
I must admit, I can't wait to go exploring again, so I can see the visual differences.
The planets do look great.
They do look a lot better, yeah.
And yeah, can't praise the art team highly enough. So we have received a new message when we're jumping into megaships. No, not that. Sorry, new info message.
Oh, in the top right.
So we've detected a structure, and we can use the data link scanner to search for targets on it.
Okay. What?
So if we target the structure, get your data link scanner up. So we've changed. What we've done is we've changed the flow of. Well, at the moment the larger ships, but we're also later on going to be looking at doing other space structures with this. So the flow for this is we've added some further interactions onto these ships, so there's more for you guys to do.
Okay.
But the first thing you have to do is, if you stop about there, is scan the ship. So to discover where these interaction objects are, we require you to do a ship scan.
Ooh.
Shiny.
Okay.
To interrogate targets.
No, that is your ship. That is your ship scan. So now you have certain. If you notice, you've got some little blue.
By the way, because I'm close to the surface, I am getting that sort of.
You are getting
the rock. From the gravity,
yes.
But I don't know if that's supposed to be. That might be.
It's just because we put it a little bit close.
A little bit too close for this demonstration.
For this demonstration. So if you then go to your well, you can scan it again if you want. So
one more time.
One more time. So
also look at the UI on the.
So it sends out a pulse. So this is, as I said, this is only the start of this feature. We will be bringing it to other areas of the game as well.
Nice.
But you can see actually on the ship there are little blue highlights around the interaction objects.
Yes.
And also they are now selectable.
So do I go and find those?
So yeah,
they weren't selectable before.
They weren't selectable before, so they weren't targetable before. So you can
hackable data transmitter.
Hackable data data terminal. Data transmitter. Sorry. So if you just fly around and have a look at various.
Come on, hack it.
Look at this thing. Beautiful.
Okay, so
Because
shall I
it's
rattle off
beautiful.
what
What?
different interactions we have?
Yes, please do.
So, we have added data terminals, as you can see. So, we have also added cargo bays, which are hackable doors. You can use a hatch breaker limpet on to jettison the cargo into space, being able to, so that pirates can actually pirate the large mega ships.
Oh, that's cool.
So, and
Yeah.
also gives them a new source of income, but also allows players to, who are wanting to hunt pirates, new places to go. The data terminals, you can use the new recon limpet to hack into the ship's data terminal system.
So I don't seem to have one of those.
To get data, you will do.
Oh.
You will do.
Sorry.
I might need to do some
Behind the scenes.
Hacks.
to get you some limpets. Yeah.
Developer hacks.
We have also added things called a comms array, again using the recon limpets to hack into the ship's comm system this time to steal data. So these both give you data materials. The comms array has a higher yield and a longer wait time. So there's things to do there. There's also some automated defense turrets. So obviously we're not going to just have these ships defenseless. So we have, obviously, because a lot of them have been attacked by pirates, by Thargoids, and by players, we will now be having defences on them. So if you shoot at the ship, it will fight back. So we've also updated the NPCs and the scenarios that come along with these. So these basically have more variety of pirates, more variety of crime responders as well. So people like police. So you can actually get more and more variety.
Interesting.
Encounter these things.
That's cool.
So far you've flown up to the ship and you've scanned it. So do we want to actually try and do some of these interactions?
Why not? Yeah, we've got a few more minutes
if you
remaining.
just-
Sorry, I'll go back to here.
Think I'll try if you do that.
Thank you. Well, whilst Steve's doing this, just say thank you for everyone for coming. Remember, we've got more to reveal as well on Tuesday coming up. This is just chapter 1 of the Beyond season of updates as well. So make sure you
stick around.
stick around and stay with us playing Elite Dangerous, because it's the fact that you guys are so supportive and so awesome that we're able to go back and put these changes in, and Steve and the team and everybody who's working very, very hard to make improvements like the things we've talked about tonight. Just
So let's give it a bit of a demonstration.
All right.
So actually do something competent, Ed.
This is
So,
where I'm nervous now.
I'm actually going to say, can you try and find the cargo bay on this? So we can see that
Is
you've
it
got
in
a hacker.
contacts?
It should be in contacts, yes. So
Cargo
you've got various cargo bays.
Okay, here
So
there's one.
here's one. Now I will warn you. Obviously,
Yes.
piracy is illegal.
Is illegal.
Yeah,
So-
don't fucking
but,
say.
as we say, if you can switch to your manifest scanner, which is on one of your fire groups.
It is indeed.
So just like
Yeah.
regular ships, you can scan the cargo bay, and you can see what's inside it. So we'll complete that. This is not illegal, so we're perfectly staying within the law at this point.
Okay.
So you can scan various things. So if you now go to your left-hand panel and look at the inventory, we can see what's in here. So we've got some uranium, some lovely
uranium.
materials. So we can get some of these if we really want to.
I want to.
You want to? Okay. So now that we've done that, we need to no.
Okay,
So we need to.
They're gonna
interrogate the target.
Get the equivalent of like 7 hours of mining in about 2 minutes here.
Yeah. And there are when you're doing this, there are info messages that tell you.
Yeah.
how this flows. So
Okay,
the
With
game
my
does
data
guide you
link
through. Yeah, data and scanner. So if you scan this,
Interrogate it.
so you're going to interrogate that. So interrogation is complete,
Yeah.
and it's identified some sub-targets.
Yeah.
So select your sub-target.
I will.
That is a limpet docking point. And
Where's that? Is it? Oh,
Yeah,
it's still
yeah,
on there.
it's
Oh, it's
there.
there.
There
Right.
it is.
Oh, hello. Yeah.
got a little target on it.
So it knows that I'm
Yeah.
aiming at the right thing, and then so I need my
Hatch breaker. Yeah.
They've actually put some effort into this.
Boys. Fire up one of those bad boys.
I don't
And
hate
will
this.
then override the door.
Okay.
So you've gained a bounty for
my
assault,
things are
and
now hitting at me.
authorities will appear in 10 seconds.
Okay, so
So these times do vary.
10 seconds? That's barely enough time for a collector limpy to do anything. You
right,
kidding me?
Here comes the cargo.
So I need to start. Oh gosh.
Well, I would say you get your collectors. Now, because we've stuck this a bit too close to the planet,
Yeah.
unfortunately your cargo is making a beeline for the planet.
No, that's fine.
So,
Shoot.
They screw up once again.
Oh,
Gravity.
Yeah. So if you've got your guardian,
FDev's
so
greatest
don't
weakness.
forget, you've committed a crime and you are now wanted, and crime responders are going to be turning up in about 10 seconds.
I've got this.
So you've got that. Also, when you do that, the ship's guns will actually become aggressive towards you as well.
I can see that already.
Yeah, so they are towards you.
They're
and when-
moving. These things are moving too erratically because we're too close towards the. Thanks very much for this, by the way.
Oh, it's all good.
Is he getting a little
So
snarky?
this is the
He did just.
I'm
Did you hear that?
You are actually getting
Yeah,
shot
yeah,
at,
yeah,
so,
yeah,
so you may want to.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to. I don't want to kill your lovely thing.
That's all right. I can always get another one. It's fine. But yeah, so you can see they will make.
I want to see the rebuy.
Oh.
You can disable the turrets.
Yeah.
You can knock, take certain things out. So
Mass lock, Steve.
it's you mass lock to the ship. It's a big ship.
Pro tip: steer away from the giant ship and the planet to avoid mass lock.
That's all right. You'll find yourself in the detention centre. It's fine.
No, I won't. I'm gonna get
You're
away.
getting out of here. Fair enough. But yeah, you can obviously you can with the turrets. So there are you can scan them to find their connected
I
generators.
wish he'd move. I want to see how much hull they lost.
To disable the turret for a certain amount of time,
Very cool.
giving you time to hack the data link or hack the comms rails or the steal stuff out of the cargo bays. Obviously, if you're in a wing, you could set somebody up to be taking out the defences while somebody else is hacking the cargo, and then you can get to a safe rendezvous and drop off all of the share the loot.
2 pieces of value.
Uh-oh. Internet, what are we doing?
Medium.
There you go.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, the way we've set it up is hopefully it encourages players to play in wings. So you can plan a heist. So you can kind of go, say, right, I'm going to go and raid this mega ship. I need you to cover the guns so that you can be taking out the fence so I don't get shot up. We can have somebody distracting the police so they can be flying around and distracting the police while I gather the cargo, and then you can. I can grab the cargo and then we can all make a run for it and then divvy up the loot.
You know what? I like that idea, but there's one major problem with it. Unless the loot is a lot better, none of it is worth the massive amount of bounties and fines we would rack up by doing that.
Yeah.
At those, and as I said, throughout the update, we're planning on adding it to various other things. So looking at adding it to things like the installations and other large structures. Big shout out to Darren, who was and Simon and James Potter, who have been working on this tirelessly to make sure it all works. So it's absolutely awesome.
Huge shout out to everybody who's
everyone who's worked on
really
Beyond. It's absolutely brilliant. But it also ties in nicely to the new crime system. So it gives people who want to pirate a more lucrative and a larger target. It allows you, as I said, plan heists and things like that. So it's a lot of good fun.
One last thing, Dave.
Hit the boost button.
Ooh.
That never gets
Okay, that's shiny.
Yeah.
Let's do one more.
I do love that shit. That's cool. So and that's again just a handful of stuff that's actually in the Beyond update. So there is more to come and more stuff to show you. And there's